Dark Adept Varese?
What is it?
What will happen to Prince Naaman after the spell works?
Eventually, the same thing that happens to anyone who is no longer useful.
But what about your agreement?
The agreement is a convenience, nothing more.
I talked as long as I dared, but that was as far as I could take that conversation without it looking suspicious. Did you capture it on the crystal? Good. I didn't want to think of a way to have that conversation again. Now, we need to hurry. Throw the crystal somewhere the Prince's loyalists will find it, and get to the shackle. You need to sabotage it before the demonstration. You don't need to do anything drastic. In fact, I prefer you keep this on the subtle side. Remove a few linchpins or disrupt the spells that make the plane meld possible. Just remember to plant the dagger you took from Naaman's loyalists. You don't need to search too hard to find the perfect spot to toss the imprinting crystal. Somewhere over there will do. Then you can get to the fun work. Not many can say they've sabotaged a worm cult shackle. In the amphitheater just up those stairs. With all the evil-looking mechanisms scattered around, I'm not surprised you had to ask. One thing I can say about these worm cultists is that their world-ending devices definitely look the part. Not exactly. I know it somehow pulls one world into another, but I don't need to totally understand it to keep it from working. Destroying a mechanism as complex as a shackle is not as difficult as getting it to work in the first place. Destabilizing something that big? It really won't take more than a few minor adjustments. After that, the shackle will break itself. If she's as clever as I think she is, the demonstration serves multiple purposes. She needs to confirm that nothing's gone wrong while they build this piece of the shackle, and the cultists would appreciate a success. On top of everything, they're dealing with the prince and his loyalists. The worm cult doesn't work well with anyone, especially not demanding high elf nobles. I wouldn't be surprised if tensions were high in this nest. In the amphitheater just up those stairs.
your rest. You're paying next time we stop for a meal. No more delays. You there. Start the demonstration. Do you know how much work there is to do here? No? Well, I do, and I have to return to it. Interrupt me again, and I'll feed you to one of the Soul Reapers. What just happened?
Dark Adept! I found a Loyalist dagger near the equipment!
What is the meaning of this? Your servants were ordered to stay far from our mechanisms.
You suspect my loyal subjects? They would never act without my orders.
So, you admit you were involved?
This is out of hand. Talk to me when you can be civil.
Gather in the northern cellar. Prince Naaman will pay.
We're close. Go to Prince Naaman. I'll keep an eye on the Dark Adept and meet you inside afterward.
I never trusted the prince, but this goes directly against our agreement. I will see that High Elf and all his followers dropped into the darkest pits of Cold Harbor. They will know nothing but pain for this betrayal. Ignore your fear of the Staff of Magnus and prepare for battle. Gather in the northern chamber of the cellar. We will purge the prince's loyalists from our fortress and make that traitor Naaman wish he'd stayed dead. Are you afraid? Don't be. The cowardly are better to us dead than alive. And I will not hesitate to add your life to our power. Steel yourself. Soon we rid this fortress of Naaman's presence.
show me what it contains.
But what about your agreement?
The agreement is a convenience, nothing more.
I don't believe my eyes. To think that the Dark Adept would stoop so low as to break her agreement with the Prince. No, I had to show Prince Naaman what I found right away.
Everywhere I go, there is always someone waiting to rip hope from my grasp. I thought Dark Adept Varese at least would hold to our agreement. But now I see such thinking was in error. Dig up those simpering worms and give them the death they so clearly long for. I'll start with the Dark Adept, but none of the black worms will be safe. Not on this island. I have the power of the Staff of Magnus, and a second life's worth of rage. I know I can. If you decide to stand against me, I will not hesitate to unleash my carefully restrained fury on you as well. No one, not even the worm cult, gets to betray Prince Naaman and live. Neither of us are fools. We know the Stirk Fellowship is uprooting these necromancers. The worm cult will crumble even if I have to debase myself by working alongside others. I would even fight by your side, if you'd fight by mine. Think on it.
Dark Adept Varese is preparing an attack against Naaman and his loyalists even as we speak. How about the Prince? Did he find the imprinting crystal? Perfect. If we can take the staff and use it to petrify Prince Naaman, we rid Nirn of one of the most power-hungry egotists to ever walk. The Staff of Magnus will be secure, and the worm cult will be crippled. Good way to end a mission. The shackle is already out of commission. They're not going to be able to fix it for a long time. Wait. Don't tell me you feel bad for Prince Naaman. Even if he swayed you, this is your moment to choose. Make a stand. Fight on the side of reason. And you believe him? You should know better than anyone how dangerous Prince Naaman can be. You're the one who killed him after all. Our realm is complicated enough without these cultists trying to destroy it every few seasons. I should have guessed they were the ones who stole the Staff of Magnus. At least getting it back from them is going to be fun. We don't need to fight all of them. Just the ones standing between us and Prince Naaman. I hope the majority of his force is focused on Dark Adept Varese and her cultists. The Worm Cult? They still think we're on their side. Why would they attack us? By all means, stay alert, but I doubt the cult will be a threat for now.
No pleasure in killing, but I'm glad we're alive and they're not.
No time to waste, let's go! We never should have brought you back!
No, you never should have betrayed me.
Attack him! Quickly!
I don't need the staff to defeat you.
My wound reopened, but I think I'll live. As I suspected, Prince Naaman and Death do not get along. He'll have a difficult time getting out of this stony cell. What? Turning two extremely evil mages against each other? Destroying their attempt at creating an enhanced shackle? Taking the Staff of Magnus literally out of the hands of a powerful prince? And saving untold lives? Yep, we did all that. After all we accomplished together, how could you not? Besides, after you found those letters from Prince Naaman and the Dark Adept, it was clear those two didn't trust each other. We just used what was already there to drive a wedge between them. We managed to turn two very powerful and very dedicated people against each other in very short order. The eyes of the Queen are lucky to have a friend like you. I'll trade you the Staff of Magnus for the payment I owe you. There's still a lot to do on this island before things return to normal. But you helped me wrestle the Staff of Magnus away from Prince Naaman. That's good progress towards righting the wrongs of the worm cult. Take it back to Auradon and see what the Queen wants me to do with it. She might give it back to the Mages Guild, but she'll probably have me return it to the vaults. I'm not sure. I could head to Sunport and just send a message to the Queen, ask her what she wants me to do with Prince Naaman, or I could check in with Razum Dar and see how his mission is going. For the moment, sure, but I have a feeling she'll want to keep an eye on her brother, just in case. I'll leave him here if that's the Queen's wishes, but I bet he'd look really good in the palace gardens. There's still a lot to do on this island before things return to normal. But you helped me wrestle the Staff of Magnus away from Prince Naaman. That's good.
over here! You'll want to hear this.
What are you planning, Rodda? Your investigations uncovered that Ard Kadok's advisor, Lady Belaine, is working with the Grey Host, and that she's a vampire. To hide that from me takes great power. Tell me exactly what you heard during Rodda al-Saran's conversation with her. With your warning, Ard Kadok can decide what to do with Lady Belaine's advice in the future. As to why they care that Reachfolk gather within the city, I'll need to think about that. Did you hear anything else of significance during their exchange? Rodda tried to use Dwarven devices once, but nothing came of it. Interesting. As I toured the city, I met Nolavan. He works with Dwarven scrap in the southeast section of Markarth. Maybe he can lead us to this keystone before Lady Belaine acquires it. Despite occupying the ruins of their lost civilization, few Reachfolk want anything to do with Dwarven devices. That's why Nolavan intrigued me. While you deal with him, I'll seek out Arana's rebels. If I can't find them, they will surely notice me. And so I shall, briefly. Kadok has a city full of Reachfolk to deal with, so I don't want to unduly distract him. Then I need to locate Arana. If we can get the rebels to work with us against the Grey Host, we'll have more than a fighting chance.
Look at me. Sharing breaths with a damned outsider. Black days are here again, eh? Go on over. Do what you must. And I'll do the same.
Had strange visitors today. Outsiders asking about Arana.
Which? Were they friend or foe?
My rooks couldn't tell. He met them in private, without Lady Belaine.
Oh, wonder if she's finally fallen out of favor with the Ard.
Aye, you're an outsider. I guess when the Ard made us put up those scratchings he calls signs, it really worked. Attracted you right to my business. Unfortunately, we're closed right now. Come back later, and bring your gold. Artzan. Sounds dwarven. I guess that's why you came to see me. No one in Markarth knows more about the deep folk and their scrap than old Nolavan. Now, keystones. That's another matter. Could refer to a wedge that supports an arch, maybe? Well, that is the other kind. You might be able to find one in Batharzel. I could sell you a map to the place, but it won't be cheap. Or if you do a simple job for me, I'll give you the map as payment. Quick work that would help me a great deal. Aye, more than cover it. Here's your map, leads right to Batharzel, I guarantee it. You might need to do a little searching to find the entrance, but that map will get you close. Now, please, I have so much work to do before I can open the shop.
Hey you, Verandis has need of you. Verandis said he sent you to talk to the scrap dealer, and here you are. Good to see you, by the way. Anyway, Verandis needs to talk to you. Right away, he said. So let's go. He did. Here, let me mark a location on your map. That's Rebel's Retreat, what Arana and her people call their camp in the foothills. Verandis wants you to meet him there. You should move quickly. Verandis has a way with words, but he's still a verbose high elf vampire noble from High Rock, any and all of which can get you killed in the Reach. Funny you should mention that. Oh, he went out into the foothills all right, but before Verandis could find them, the rebels found him. Seems to be working out, at least for the moment. What's to tell? It's a Reach folk camp in the foothills. Probably the main base for the rebels, but I'm just guessing. I was with Verandis when the rebels surrounded us. I wanted to fight, but the Count held me back. That's when Arana appeared. Hang on, let me think. The camp's set up inside an old Nord ruin. It's surprisingly sturdy for something that was abandoned a long time ago. The rebels seem to be running low on supplies. Food, weapons, armor. Well, her and Verandis did most of the talking. I'm not sure I trust the witch, but I trust Verandis. He says she's a friend. That's good enough for me.
The Ard demand.
These weak strangers could face a true leap challenge.
owlets are the most darling creatures in the Reach. I will knife fight you if you disagree.
Ah, Urana. Here comes my associate now.
Aye, that one I know. Very well, Verandis. I'll speak to them. I see Verandis' word is good. He said I could treat with you, and here you are. The Count tells me that Lady Belain and the Grey Host leader, Rada El Saran, seek some powerful relic. The Arcthazand Keystone. Is that correct? Let me see your map. Yes, I know that name. But dwarven mischief riddles the bones of the Reach. It could be anywhere. My mother called this place the Hissing Maze. Said it's full of mechanical monsters that guard a trove of silver. Three marks. 3 places to search. All right. I'll help you in Verandis, but not before the spirits bless our alliance. I want you to undertake a ritual. If the spirits favor you, we'll face the Grey Host together. Positive thoughts, Harrier. Positive thoughts. Participate in the ritual. Then we will see what we will see. Without the blessings of the spirits, 'twould be unseemly for this alliance to go forward. The ritual begins with the preparation. Gather a Briarheart seed, a Hagraven's eye, and a handful of bright river shale. Check to the east, west, and south. Whenever different clans come together in a common purpose, we seek the blessings of the spirits to confirm we're doing the right thing. We will ask the Hunter to bind our hearts. If he sees strength in you, we will clasp arms and band together. Need a map for that? They grow in the hills to the south. Check north and in a Hagrid. You want to know about old...